Hey there guys, Wayne from Luna's World. Welcome to the channel, welcome to X-Plane, and we're going to be checking out the VR5 update, which came out I think about 3 or 4 days ago, maybe a bit longer. But yeah, I've been reading some good things. Apparently there's quite a good performance increase. I've done one flight and have been really happy with the results, so I thought I would choose somewhere a bit exotic, and we're down in New Zealand at a very tiny unique airstrip called Blue Mountain, and we are going to take out the Aquila, which is what we have right in front of us. So let's get into the cockpit like so. Here we are. This aircraft has recently had an update as well, so this is now fully compatible with VR, which is really cool. Personally, I'm going to be using a mixture of VR and hardware, so things like this won't work for me because of my CYCP panels, but stuff like this does work, which is really cool. That's a really nice touch. Let me just get a bit more cozy in here. That's better. We'll just switch on the map, and probably don't want the iPad right there, but I can't move it. Why not? There we go. Alright, so here is my bugbear. I tell you what, before we do that, here's a cool trick. So if you press X, you can now zoom in and you can see the switches and dials and all that kind of good stuff. And the X on the left side of your controller will recenter your view like so, which is really good. So you no longer have to. Right, this is going to lead me to talk about my absolute pet hate with this new update. And let me just get back into the cockpit. That is, if you move this stick at all, it activates the teleport. Is there a way to turn this off? Please let me know. Laminar, what are you thinking doing that? The amount of times that, again, because I'm flying with a mixture of hardware and the controllers, I put the controller on my lap, and of course it knocks the stick and I get teleported out of the cockpit, and suddenly I'm in some forest somewhere, or worse. So yeah, that doesn't really work for me. It's just another thing I've got to be careful with, and it takes the immersion away in my view. Anyway, I'm not moaning too much. Let's turn on some stuff here. We'll get this beautiful aircraft fired up and ready to go, and that should be enough to get her going. There we go. Okay, good stuff. Right, that's good. Sorry, it's going to have to reload the Garmin. Never mind. While we're warming up, right, again, now, see, I've done it. I've knocked the thing in my hand, and now I've got to reset my view. Oh, it's so annoying. Before, you had to push the stick in order to activate teleport. I'd like to see that come back. I don't know about you guys. Right, let's set some flap. That's nice and easy. And again, I'm putting the controller down. Hopefully, I'm not going to do that. Right, release the parking brake and we'll get this show on the road. So, increasing throttle to full power, and up we go. A little bit of rudder action going on there. I'm using the Brunner rudders as we speak. Full review video of those coming very soon. And rotate. Up we go. If you can hear any vibration sounds, that is the rudder pedals, and if you hear it in my voice, that is the gamepad that I've got on the chair. So yeah, pretty cool. I'm all tactile in this flight. You know what I mean. Right, flaps are up. We are well on our way. This is really smooth, I have to say. Very good performance. Feeling really nice. Just going to do a bit of a steepish turn here. Yeah. Now there's a lot of forest here, a lot of trees as you can see. Quite often if I look down at the trees as I'm flying quite low, you can see the little micro stutters. I didn't notice it very much there. Also, another reason I've chosen this area is because mountains, when you fly past mountains, if you look out the window in VR, you can quite often see stutters, and so I wanted to check that out. That's kind of my unscientific benchmark. So we'll go up there and have a look. But yeah, so far so good. Really, really nice, very smooth. And I've managed to increase the anti-aliasing by 1, so I'm at 2 times. I do have the world object set to medium, HDR is on, and the texture resolution is high. So that is a definite improvement on the last update. And I'm getting 56 frames consistent, which is obviously over the 45 required for a smooth experience. So I'm super happy with this. Obviously I need to test it a little bit more rigorously by changing the aircraft and perhaps going into some trickier weather, maybe some more built up scenery, but so far so good. We'll see what happens when we go up into this cloud, because again, clouds, when the light changes, I tend to get a tiny pause with the light, and stutters and things with clouds, so let's check that out and see. But yeah, here we go, here's a mountain, and there's a few little stutters, but nothing like it used to be. That's really smooth. I'm really, really impressed with that. I like that a lot. It's a great improvement. Really good. I love this aircraft. It's very fun. Really nice to fly. Beautiful part of the world as well. I can only imagine. This is not ortho scenery. I was just going to say, I can only imagine what ortho scenery is like. I'm going to download it tonight. Have a wee look. I think we'll be flying back here again. It's so beautiful, and it's a really interesting little landing strip. It's kind of really thin and quite challenging. So check it out. I can't remember the ICAO code. I'll put it into the description in the video, so you can have a go at flying around here as well. Highly recommend it. So I wanted to say thank you to you guys for your positive response to my rambling vlog type thing that I did a few days back. Really do appreciate the support, and I'll keep those up. I'd like to do one a week if possible, as long as I've got something to say. Yeah, I really appreciate you guys feeding back to me on that. And also, we've hit, well, quite a few weeks back now, we hit 5,000 subscribers, which is amazing. So I just want to say thank you to all of you who have subscribed and who are regular, and even if you're not a regular. Yeah, so even if you're not regular, I really do appreciate the support, and yeah, I just can't believe we've got over 5,000 subscribers that watch me fly planes badly and talk a load of old rubbish. But I really do appreciate it, guys. Thanks so much. And yeah, looking forward to more videos, more content, more chat, more everything, basically, and of course more updates to what is the absolute best in home flight simulation. X-Plane 11 is the bomb. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Really, really smooth experience here. Right, let's go up into the soup and just see how we deal with that. I wonder if we'll get any of those light changes. Do you know the ones I mean, where it kind of looks like it's a bit like the white balance changes from kind of warm to blue, and I get a tiny pause, which is kind of annoying. But VR in cloud is such a great way to practice VFR, IFR flying. It's really, really good, and you get the same feeling as you do in the real world, where you've done some IFR training, which is a bloody big headache because you're concentrating so much and you're looking at that screen and you're trying to fight off the confusing effects of things like pitch, feeling like you're decelerating or accelerating. I'm just coming out of this here. I have to say that's really, really beautiful, really, really smooth, and oh my goodness, doesn't that look incredible? It really does. Well, it does in here. I hope it does on the screen. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful. This is what it's about, guys. Alright, we've got to get through this bank of clouds before we can make our descent. Don't really want to go above it. This thing is really slippery. It's really hard to slow down. That tends to be the case with these light sport aircraft. They're just so aerodynamically brilliant. It's the same in the CT2K. Very hard to slow down. Of course, they don't have air brakes or anything, so it's all stick and rudder. Beautiful. Oh, this is amazing. Those clouds look really good. All default, but they look superb. Oh my goodness, look at that. Incredible. Incredible. Right. Let's idle the throttle and we'll make our descent through the cloud back. I should have my terrain radar on, but never mind. We'll just kind of hazard a guess that there's no mountains right below us. Quite possibly could be though. Never mind. I guess we'll find out. Getting some nice turbulence on the jet seat right now, which is good, as you would, going through cloud in a tiny little plane. Just trying to keep the wings level. It's very, very disorientating. Trying not to look out the window. Speed's bleeding off nicely. Right, we do have some mountains. Oh crap. Oh dear. Pretty dangerous flying this. I'm expecting to see rock and green any second. Come on. Oh god. Scary stuff. That is pretty damn scary. You would of course not do that in real life, but we can take a few risks in these videos. Why not? I think it's good to do that, because it, especially in VR, because it is, to me it is scary. I don't treat this like a game. I'm not saying I do everything by the book all the time, but I certainly don't. I try and avoid crashing into mountains and things. So when you do get up close and personal with one, it kind of means something. Look at that. That is absolutely stunning. Yeah, this is by far the best update for me. Anyway, there's always people who, I guess because of the different add-ons and things that we have, there's always some people who experience the opposite effects, you know, worse performance and visuals, but this for me is absolutely incredible. Such a great update. I'm loving this. Beautiful. Okay. Right, let's start our turn here. Stage of, oops. I'm going to put one stage of flap in nice and early so we can get on top of this altitude and airspeed. Oh, there's a little train down there. That's pretty cool. I love how X-Plane, I said this in one of my earliest videos, talking about how alive X-Plane feels. I'll never forget that experience actually when I fired X-Plane 11 up for the first or second time. Just how incredible it feels, like in the world below. You know what I mean? It just feels just so much more alive than Prepared or FSX. Right, I need to go over here a little bit more. I'll go full flap now. Okay, just feel a little bit of power back in, retrim. This thing down. Now annoyingly there's a bunch of trees right on the front of the runway. Absolutely beautifully smooth. Just coming off the throttle a little bit. 69 knots. Try not to hit the trees. I think we're clear of the trees. Let's come off the throttle a little bit. Ease it down. Plenty of runway. Speed coming down nice. And we're down. There we go. Beautiful stuff. Backtrack. There we go, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. My experience with the 5th update for the VR beta is that it is absolutely incredible, really smooth, by far the best performance, by far the most enjoyable experience in VR so far with the update. So I hope this has been useful. If anyone knows a fix or something about this, the issue with the stick, to be fair, I haven't done it in this flight, which is pretty unusual, but I've got the controllers in my lap right now because I'm flying with the hardware, and I only have to move in a certain way and my leg will catch the stick and it will teleport me out, and it's just really annoying. So I don't know if there's any solution to that. Let me know. But thanks again for joining us. Do appreciate all the support, really appreciate it, and I'll see you all very soon. Cheers guys, take care.